This episode is presented by Shaw. I have always loved the start of a new season, all the excitement and promise of what might be, but pre-season prep can be hard work, so it's imperative that you keep fresh and focused, which is why it's good to have Shaw's non-stop protection range of antiperspirants to hand. 72-hour non-stop sweat and odour protection that will keep you fresh and dry on and off the pitch. Shop now at Boots. Shaw, it won't let you down.
Hello everybody, welcome to the football fill-in. I'm going to try and keep my legs crossed today because last week when we did football fill-in, everybody was giving me dog's abuse about being able to see up my...
crown jewels were poking out, Robbo.
Well, I can't help it, if they are there.
You can, put some different shorts on.
Anyway, I'm going to try and keep my legs crossed, and apologies if I do uncross them at some point. Also, need to let you know that I've been away at Boardmasters this weekend, and big shout out to everybody that came and said hello, by the way, because everybody was really nice and polite with it as well, really respectful. Yeah, can I have a picture? I was buzzing. They were like, love the Fozcast. I was like, oh, that's so nice. Everyone's wicked. So thank you very much. I have not been able to watch too much football though. I won't lie. And signal in Newcastle, lads, it's non-existent. In fact, considering there's 50,000 people down there, no signal whatsoever. So I haven't really been able to watch much. I've seen all the scores. Obviously, I know that Wrexham lost and Baggies won, Watford lost, Palace won the Community Shield, didn't they?
It's a predictions episode today.
Perfect.
So we're gonna predict the season ahead.
Before we do though, we've got to shout out the fancy Premier League code for next season, the Cycling GK Super League, Robbo. Yes. I think we've got 100,000 people in it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, all you've got to do to join is, if you were in it last year, just re-enter your details, log in, make your team, and you'll already be in the league. But if you're not, the code is J7N2LO, all lowercase. It's on screen now as well. Enter it in, join our league. Boom. Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we start with our
recap from last season?
Our recap of our predictions from what we did last season, because you were here last year, Robert.
Yeah.
You got involved on the predictions, and by the looks of what I can see,
two of them are non-existent.
It's not fantastic, is it?
It's not.
But Mark was here last year, so we'll have to get Mark to beam in his predictions for this season, won't we? So last season, you were all right in saying that 3 teams that came up would go down.
Yeah.
Champions. Mark and Ben said City. Robbo said Arsenal. Top 4. Mark said City, Arsenal, Liverpool, United.
He said Man United.
Yeah.
Oh, Robbo, you said Man United.
I said United and Spurs.
Yeah.
And Spurs.
Ben said City, Arsenal, Spurs and Liverpool. And Robbo said Arsenal, City, Spurs and United. So it was only you, Ben. To be fair, Liverpool won it, and only out of 12 guesses, there was only one Liverpool in there.
Yeah, that's phenomenal,
12 teams,
wasn't it? Really, yeah. No, Mark had Liverpool in there as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
Mark had Liverpool in there. But we went for Spurs and United. Oh, that is, what are we thinking?
Yeah. And then your dark horse, do you know what? They finished 12th, Palace, but they were your dark horse, Palace.
Yes, they were.
So I'm giving you that.
Mate, that's 100%. I'm right with that one. Dark horse, Palace for last season. Considering they haven't won something for whatever, basically, and to win an FA Cup and then to win the Community Shield like they did yesterday as well. Dark horse, I think I'm well within my rights of getting a thumbs up for that.
I'll give you a thumbs up. So this season, we're going to put them all on screen. We're doing, obviously, champions, top 4, relegation, dark horse, top scorer, and golden glove.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah, that'll be good. I like that one. The top score is going to be interesting because obviously everything's still rumbling on with Alexander Isak at the minute, isn't it? Yeah. I don't like it though, I don't like it. I've just, like I said, I've been at Boardmasters this weekend down in Newquay, and I've been there with a family of the other kids that we're there with, and he's a big Liverpool fan. And he said, basically, this leaves a real sour taste in his mouth. As a Liverpool fan, he wants Liverpool to sign Alexander Isak, but the way that it's just been done, the deal, the way that he has to go about it, and the way that Newcastle are fuming, and he said, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I said, unless Isak signs and he scores a hat-trick in his first game and it's all forgotten straight away, I know what he means at least. You know what I mean? It would be so nice if he could do the deal and it would all be nice and everyone's on board and it's a thank you for looking after me, Newcastle, but I'm going to go to Liverpool now.
That's tough luck, isn't it? When it's a Premier League to Premier League transfer, it isn't always that simple.
No, it's not. And I think what we're seeing more and more now, especially this season, is players nowadays, if they want to get a move, they're quite happy to go, by the way, I'm not going to train anymore, so you can do what you want. Find me if you want, because I want to move, and it's as simple as that. And that's what they're doing now, aren't they? Simple as that.
They're too expensive an asset, aren't they, Robbo, for the club to dig their heels in, aren't they?
Yeah, I like what Eddie Howe's done, though. He stood firm. He's been ruthless with him. He's kept him separate to try and get his head right again with where he's at. But I do think the deal will go through still. I think, like you say, we'll see at the end of the windows now, the last week going into it, I think there'll be a lot more movement between the teams.
If you were a football manager, yeah, and one of your players, your star player actually, and I know what you're like as a person, I think I probably know what you're like as a manager as well. If your star player came to you and said, by the way, I want to move and I want to leave and I'm not going to train and I'm not going to travel on pre-season tour with you, and actually I'm going to go and train with my old team as well, how would you deal with that?
You just, again, with that is that you've also got to be a little bit smart, because you've got to treat them like a human being. Yeah. But you've also got to respect is that you're no different to everyone else. Yeah. You're on a contract. We're paying you very well. Your deal runs out in another 3 years' time. So you've also got to respect with what we're doing, and you've got to respect the rest of the players at the football club. So I think with the way that Eddie Howe's dealt with it, he's like you say, he's made him come in at different times. He's not involved in with the family things that they've done together. He's not taken him on the tour. So again, Isak now has got a little bit of thinking and thoughts to himself. Is right, where do I go with this now? Do I now go in and apologise? Yeah. Do I get my head down?
I think he should go in and do that anyway.
Yeah, he should do, with the way that he's handled it. But again,
isn't that him showing weakness? Isn't that opening the door for Newcastle to go,
come on then.
He's back on board.
Come back in then.
Yeah, but a lot of players, like they say though, Tom, as well, will want the move to Liverpool because it's a massive club.
Yeah. How much involvement will the agent have here, Fozzie? Is he going to be like advising him to basically be
of course he will.
Shitbag?
He wants him to keep going in so he doesn't get fined. He wants him to turn up to training so he doesn't get fined, but he also wants him to be making the noises of, I am not going to be playing for you, okay? I am not going to play for this football club, so just work on this deal. Get it done, get it done, get it done. But then, I'm with Robert. I get what Newcastle are saying. No, hold on a minute. You signed this big 4-5 year deal, right? That gives us security. That's why they give those big contracts, because it gives security to some degree for the club. So you've got the whole weighing up thing. It's a bit of a game now, but I agree with Robert. I think the deal will get done eventually, because once you've got an asset like that, there's no point trying to keep him around if they're not.
Yeah, and Eddie will, like you say, he'll be behind closed doors. He'll be doing all the right things with what it looks like for New. And again, like you say, he's made an example of him like he would do with any other player.
Yeah.
Eddie, when you look at Eddie, he manages the individuals and the team as one. So he like you say, if one player's going to put their foot out of line, then if someone else does it, he's going to be treated exactly the same as Isak. He's not going to do it differently. Yeah, it has. It has.
Looks like it's
because they've made a big thing of Isak. They've given him the opportunity to shine for Newcastle.
Yeah, that's true.
So he'll come on, don't do the dirt on us now because of the way we've treated you. We'll respectfully accept the right offer when it comes in, and we'll let you move on, but have that respectful way we've dealt with you and have it like the same back to us.
If he does sign for Liverpool, by the way,
it might not. Yeah,
the amount of dogs abuse he's going to get when Liverpool play Newcastle. Oh my!
Because he signed for. It was about 55 mil, wasn't it? It was a lot of money.
An awful lot of money.
So it's going to have to be a huge transfer.
And you've got to think as well, though, Newcastle, like in that first season, he had a lot of injuries. He spent a lot of time not playing, do you know what I mean? And he scored some goals when he was back in, but again, a lot of the time on the sidelines being injured, so they stuck with him, but then last season, he is what he is, isn't he? He's frightening.
So who do we think then? So is it between Liverpool, City and Arsenal? Is it a 3-horse race?
Probably. Yeah. Probably. I'm really excited for this season because I want to see how Chelsea do. I'm really intrigued by how Chelsea are going to do. The new signings Arsenal have made I think they'll play a slightly different style of play with Gyökeres up top. City, by the way they finished the season, looked like they were good to go, even though they had a poor Club World Cup.
So they won 8 out of their last 10. Prem, and the 2 they didn't win with draws.
Exactly, but then Liverpool, everybody's buzzing off Liverpool. They've signed these incredible players like Ekitike, Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong, Guehi might be on the way, Isak might be on the way, but then their performance against Newcastle by all accounts was okay, but it kind of opened up a few defensive frailties and issues they might have as well, right, Robert?
That's where Guehi will be a big signing for them if they get him and Van Dijk at the back. Canute, is he the answer?
What was Wirtz looking like yesterday?
He's okay. Again, it's going to take time for him to get into the Premier League way of what he's used to in Germany. Yeah. That style of football.
Yeah, I think I just sometimes I look at the physical build of players, and I think Ekitike and Wirtz, they both look a little bit lightweight at the minute. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I used to think this about Isak as well when he first signed for Newcastle. I used to look at you and think, I don't know if you're going to be able to deal with the physicality of the Premier League. And I think over the last couple of years, he's really worked hard on that side of it, and he seems to put a bit more muscle on, and he looks like he knows now how to use his body and keep players away. But I just thinking a little bit about Wirtz and Ekitike, where I think, I need to see you put a little bit more muscle on before you can really hit the ground.
So they've lost, obviously, Luis Diaz, who's a proven...
Diaz is a massive loss.
It's a proven quantity. So there is an element of, like, listen, Liverpool are a really good team, and they've made on paper what look to be brilliant signings. But, like with all of these signings, moving to the Premier League, you don't quite know how they're going to adapt. I think if they sign Gehi...
Oh, it's solid. I love that. I love that signing.
Good signing.
Yeah, and what about Salah's 33 years old, 29 Prem goals last season? More of the same?
Pretty much. I'd say it's going to be a similar return this season. If Liverpool are popping like we think they probably will, I think you'll see a similar sort of season from him as well.
With Arsenal then, so you look at Arsenal and they've been the nearly men for a few years, haven't they? And everyone's been saying, you need to sign the number 9. Done. Gyökeres, okay? Norgard. Good signing.
Love that. No, I love that signing. I think you need those solid ones,
Madueke.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
And then Zubimendi's the one where you go, they were probably the two positions where you go, they really need to fill them. So when you look at it, you think, right, they're the package now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So, Eze apparently as well, which will be a massive blow for Palace if they do lose him. But if Arsenal do go and get Eze, I think that puts them neck and neck with...
Yeah, if Liverpool. They sign Eze, you would struggle to find a weak link in that team.
I totally agree. Yeah. I just think signing these players as well, we always knew that they needed a striker, we knew that, but they needed a bit more squad depth. Obviously, people like Raheem Sterling coming in, he's gone back, obviously, to Chelsea now, sorry. But I think what it does is you look at the bench now and you're bringing players on in games and it doesn't bring the quality down, does it? You're bringing almost like-for-like players on.
Quality.
There's no drop-off anymore, is there?
Not anymore.
That's
not with the Arsenal, like you say, we talked about the 9 position being filled for them over the last couple of years now, and to sign Gyökeres, obviously there's been mixed messages throughout pre-season with him, and there is added pressure now because he is the man now that everyone will look at by going, well, Arsenal signed you now, so you've got to perform. But it's not as easy as that. So Arsenal players have got to get used to the way that he plays. He's a physical player. He likes to play on the shoulders.
It is.
So he's different to that linking with what Arteta likes a little bit, and I think the pressure will be all on Arteta now. Now he's made these signings, and if he can't get this team to gel or perform the way that they are, then everyone will start looking at him now instead.
Robert.
I think if they bring Eze in...
Eze's the one. What a signing that'll be for them.
What a signing, man.
That'll be an unbelievable signing.
So Liverpool obviously are the front runners, haven't won it last year. Arsenal look like a complete package almost. And then City have bought in Aït-Nouri, Cherki... Reinders, Trafford, obviously, whether or not he plays. Form last season was good. You'd think that Pep's blip was just exactly that.
I would think that as well. I do think, obviously, you're losing some experience with Kevin De Bruyne going. And I think that having that player around the building raises standards for everybody, and I think it keeps everybody on their toes because it's like, well, the great Kevin De Bruyne, you know for a fact he's a super professional. You knew he know it does it properly. So I think that going out the door is going to hurt you a little bit. I do, but I just think that I trust Pep. I do. I trust Pep to turn it back round again. And I think I'm like I say, I'm intrigued by Chelsea, but I do think these 3 that we're talking about here will be the ones going sort of like toe to toe each week.
I reckon it could be I think last season for me was a little bit of a disappointing Premier League season because Liverpool ran away with it. 3 teams that came straight back down. I think it's going to be completely different this year.
Yeah.
But I think we could see a 3-horse race.
I do too. Jack Grealish going to be going out on loan by the looks of it as well to Everton, which I think is an unreal move for him and for Everton as well. I love it. I love the whole deal of it. And it'll be interesting to see, obviously now with David Moyes being the Everton manager, it's whether he can let Jack Grealish go and do Jack Grealish. Do you know what I mean? Because Jack Grealish don't operate like you would typically think a David Moyes kind of type of player, if that makes sense. I want him to go and be able to flourish and put the hard work in, but then also show what he can do as well. But I think it's a great signing for Everton. Absolutely fantastic signing for Everton.
Yeah, it's a great signing that for me. If they can get that done, then Grealish would be a real good positive signing for David Moyes. And like you said there, it's getting the best out of him, getting him back enjoying his football. We look at West Ham with Bowen, with what he turned him into the player-wise in the scoring the goals and being the main man now. I think, like you say, David Moyes will be the perfect person to get Grealish back on track and letting him enjoy his football again.
Big year for him as well, because it's obviously World Cup.
World Cup
year,
mate. It'd be, like I say, I'm really intrigued to see where he's at and how much he wants it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what I want to see, is how much he wants it still. Because if he's going there and then you can just see him ripping it up, and you can see he's got that bit between his teeth again. You go, oh, Jack.
I think he'll be good if he's the main boy. If he's Moyes' main boy, I think he'll have a good year.
Yeah, I do. I hope he does.
One thing surprised me, seeing Savinho linked to Spurs. That took me a little bit by surprise.
Normally, when you see something, because Savinho's been there 6 months.
Yeah.
When you see a player getting linked to Spurs and getting linked to other clubs straight away, it tells me that he's probably not at that level then straight away. The potential's probably there and will be for years to come. But at this moment in time, if he's being linked to Spurs, and I don't know whether it's going to be a loan or a permanent signing, it probably just says that at this moment in time, he's not quite at that level that City expected.
So perhaps realised... Because when he's on the ball, he looks really exciting, but is there almost that element of being young that there's so much more to it with Pep's team, but the way that he wants people to behave on the pitch from a tactical point of view?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, we've seen his training sessions, don't we, live, when you see the clips, and that is the demanding in the training of what he wants from players. If the session's not right, he wants them to do it again and goes in and shows them and demands of them. And I think someone like a Savinho is maybe, we've seen it with the Cancelo over the years, if you don't buy into what he's doing, then you're off. Yeah. You're gone. You're done with me. I have no interest in you. And that would be interesting with that Serki as well, he's got a bit of a wild side to him.
A strop on him as well.
Yeah, so, I like what he can bring to Man City. He's got goals, he's got talent, he's got the ability to go on to the next level.
But he's got to bring the attitude.
But his attitude as well.
He's got to bring a spot-on attitude, otherwise he'll be out the door.
But you can't think that Pep would sign him if he didn't have.
No. Yeah, I get this, right? This is where I think Pep is different, right? I think he identifies these players where he can look at them technically and physically, and he'll go, right, you are perfect for what I want, right? But then you've also got to have this other side here where you're fully professional.
So he looks at the football side first.
Exactly, and then he'll go, I wonder if I can mould his other side to him as well into what I want. And some come and they can't do it and they get moved on fairly quickly. And some come and then it makes them an even better player. And if they can do that other side to it as well and flourish, then you've got world beaters on your hands.
Right, predictions, Premier League champions. Ben.
Arsenal.
Oh. Robbo.
I'm going to go with Liverpool.
And
I think they're the team to beat.
Yeah. I like it though. It's good. I see a point for all of them. I do. I see a point for more. Well, again, I keep saying about Chelsea, and I'm buzzing to see Chelsea this year because the way they've done it is completely mad, right? Some of the players have been able to sell in the last month or so for crazy money. I'm like, fair dues, and even a couple of years ago we were all laughing at them going, why are you spending so much money on these young players for? In fairness, they're selling them for just as much as what they're buying them for, so he's doing well so far. But the way that they did the Club World Cup, I'm thinking maybe they might have just turned a corner. Maybe.
Right, let's get into Chelsea then. So me and Robbo were talking, so just quickly then to recap.
Chelsea, quickly, could either be the biggest dark horse this season or the biggest disappointment this season.
Possibly.
They could be either, I think.
Possibly. Arsenal, Liverpool,
City.
You've gone City.
Yeah, they're the predictions. So on to Chelsea. Me and Robbo were just talking off camera. Maresca's first season at Chelsea. Yeah. They're in 4 cup competitions: FA Cup, League Cup, Conference League, and World Club Cup. Yeah. Right? So they've won 2 out of the 4 cup competitions and finished 4th in the Premier League.
Yeah. Good season.
Can't ask for much more.
You can't ask for much more, but it's always on the way that, if you look at it as a whole, right? Up to Christmas, they were unreal. They were phenomenal. They're going to win the Premier League almost. And then they fell off a cliff spectacularly. And that worries people. It spooks people to know that they've got it in them to be able to almost down tools and fall off a cliff like that. And that's the bit that will always have that little doubt in my mind, and probably for Chelsea fans as well. But the way they finished the season, the cups that they won, you've got to take that off to them and go, yeah, mate. And they're still looking to do. By them, they can sign players like you wouldn't believe because of winning that Club World Cup. The money that they've got from it, they've still got income and disposable income to go and spend.
Like
players.
You said, Ben, they're selling players for good money.
Good money, mate.
Like
really,
Madueke,
really
even like João Felix, was he going for another 30 mil?
That's what I mean. I'm hearing Nicholas Jackson getting touted for 70 mil.
If they sell Nicholas Jackson for 70 million, so they signed him for 32. 10 goals in the Prem last season. You can see there's a kind of rough diamond in there. But if they get 70 mil for him, there's someone doing a very good job at that football club.
Yeah, it's good business, that.
It's phenomenal.
Like you say, João Pedro coming in, I think, is a really good signing.
Great signing.
Great signing to add to their squad. Liam Delap, we can see what his potential's all about.
Honest lad.
Again, good, honest lad, will rough defenders up, can score goals. So there's a great balance there at Chelsea. I think it's exciting. And they're a young team as well, which again, they're hungry.
I did watch a little bit of highlights of, I must have seen on Instagram or something, that Esteval played against Bayer Leverkusen the other day in that friendly. Chelsea absolutely pumped them, by the way. That Esteval, that young Brazilian lad, that's serious. Like, the beginnings, I think he's only 18 or something, but just unbelievable, unreal talent. So yeah, really intrigued by Chelsea. They could go and do something silly this season, win it, or they could come 10th or something.
No secret, I love João Pedro. I think he's going to be...
He's the boy, isn't he?
He's good.
He did well in the Club World Cup.
He was excellent.
Scored a few. And,
great lad, great lad.
What about Villa, Ben? Not a lot of movement. So they've signed this Evan Gessan, 30 mil for a strike. But outside of that, there's not a lot of business. But last season, we were saying about Liverpool, not a huge amount. But is it a bad thing that there's not been loads of ins and outs?
I don't know. I think you always need a little bit of re-energisation. Yeah,
that's a word.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
is it?
I think don't know.
Refreshing.
Either way, you need a little bit of more. You need new blood into the building sometimes to energise people, to get everybody to go, oh, right, okay, I'm going to have to raise my standards then, because if he thinks he's coming and taking no chance on this earth. And if you bring genuine talent in as well, it raises the standard in training. And that's why I think you need to always add a few, 2 or 3 or 4, at least 2 good ones as well. 30 mil, we don't really know. Does it translate to a striker coming into the Premier League and being able to score? We don't know. Time will tell. But obviously losing Rashford, losing Asensio as well. I think quality players going out the building, it can affect the team a little bit. I do.
So what do we think on Villa this season? Where do you think they're going to be?
What's the situation with Martinez as well, the goalie? Because again, he's a big player for them.
Yeah,
and if they end up losing him, there's a big loss to replace someone like his stature.
Losing him would be the worst player they could lose.
Yeah,
I think
he's a big
even if
player.
they sold Ollie Watkins, it wouldn't be as bad as losing Emi Martinez. Emi Martinez for Villa,
character in the dressing room as well. I think when you lose them characters in the dressing room, it has a big effect. Big effect on players in the dressing room.
I think Villa top. I think 7th this season.
So not so good.
7th.
Okay. And would we throw Newcastle into a similar?
Yeah.
Because Newcastle won the League Cup. They've had a good season last year, but it's been dubbed as a poor window. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I still think there's so much in the air with what's happening with Isak, though, that once they get the money in for Isak, and hopefully they can get 150 or whatever they deserve for him, then they can go and have a bit of a splurge, I think. But Elanga's a fantastic signing. Rambo's a fantastic signing. I think Newcastle will finish 6th. I think they'll finish just ahead of Villa. But it'll be interesting to see where they go with strikers, though.
And this sign, I was watching a podcast the other day, and we all know about players signing and the Fulhams of the world. It's attractive. They're in the middle of London, and there's an argument that Newcastle aren't signing the players because of location and not wanting to. We were listening to was it Rory Jennings, wasn't it? I think it was talking about it, and there's got to be an element of truth in that, isn't there, Robert?
There's always, like, in your mind is where you're going to move to is the location-wise, but for me, Newcastle, I mean, you've only got to look at the fan base and you want to play. You want to play for a club like Newcastle. Is the excitement. But there's always areas that you can live, but it will be a little bit more travelling. That's the way
it's the travel, because the city's amazing.
Oh, it's an unbelievable city. And for me, the club is growing. It's getting bigger. And it can get bigger if they sign the right players. And Alanga is a good signing for them. Obviously, Ramsdale's gone in there. Is Jackson the perfect replacement for Isak? I'm not too sure because he hasn't done it at Chelsea.
That's a massive drop-off.
Yeah, so I know Anthony Gordon can play up front, but he's out injured with his ankle. How long is he going to be out for? So again, possibility of trying to replace him.
Do you reckon... right, I've got a question for you, lads. Do you reckon clubs, take Newcastle, for example, do you reckon they could ever get to a point where they go, right, we're going to have our training ground in central London?
Yeah.
We're going to have it in central London, which means all the players live in central London.
On Tottenham Court Road.
All the players live in central London. All their families live in central London. And then when we need to play our game on Saturday, we'll fly up in the morning or fly up on Friday night, play the game, and then we fly back down.
I think it's coming.
Do you?
Yeah, I genuinely do.
Do you not think...
I do.
Do you not think Newcastle fans would feel like that would be a little bit of a soulless move for them?
I do.
Though?
I think it'd be a real kick in the teeth.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I do. But there's a double-edged sword, isn't there? And if I was a Newcastle fan and that happened, I'd be fuming. But then you've got to look at how does that translate on a football pitch? And you go, are they signing better players as a result? Does it really matter that much?
I genuinely do think Newcastle could sign better players if they were based in London. And there'll be people out there going, what are you on about? Nobody. They do. Players do care about that. They do. You've had lots of Spanish players coming over throughout the years who have been living in Manchester, playing, and it's raining all the time. But the wife's not happy because it's raining all the time. And you don't understand happy wife, happy life. And it genuinely does go that way sometimes, doesn't it, as well? So then they'll seek a move down to London.
Then you're losing out in the communities, though, aren't you?
Without doubt. That's the bit I don't like.
The players with the fans and doing the community duties that you should be doing, you're losing that then with you're being in London, you're travelling.
I agree.
And you're not interacting with the Newcastle-like area. And that's where, for me, it just doesn't make sense doing it because, you're going to be lost. Fans are going to hate it. Players will probably potentially like it because of the fact is that they're travelling. But I don't see it working. For me, I don't see it working.
I think one day. I'm not saying now, but I do think it'll happen.
You think as well, though, like logistically for away games, right? Every away game for Newcastle, they have to fly, right?
Yeah.
Apart from Sunderland now, but apart from that, they have to fly because it's always down to it'll either be Manchester or you go London.
And it'll be a 45-minute flight to London.
It's a 45-minute flight, right? So if they're based in London, then they can get coaches around everywhere. You know what I mean? If they're playing against Brentford or they're playing against Spurs or Chelsea, then Arsenal, it's not that far to go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's an interesting one.
It is an interesting one.
I guarantee you some owner has thought about it.
100%. They've had the conversation. 100%. And just to be clear, like I would be raging if I was a fan.
I totally agree.
But,
I would be too.
Like you said, community and everything else, but it's the way it's going. It's the way it's going. And then top four, so if like we said, it's Liverpool, Arsenal, City in for the title, are we talking about one spot up for grabs here? So we've got Chelsea, Villa, Newcastle. Are they the only three? Or are one of the underachievers last season, like Spurs or United, are they going to turn it around?
United have got a better chance of doing it this year. I've loved United's transfer window so far. I've absolutely loved it. I think it's taken them and changed them from going to be another mid-table disappointment of a season to genuinely looking alongside Newcastle and Villa this year. It's going to be really interesting. I think if United, I'll put it out there, right? I think that if United get off to a good start, a very good start, they can finish 5th this season. I think United can finish 5th this season. If they get another goalkeeper in, if they get a big boy goalkeeper in, if Emi Martinez signed for Man United, they'll finish 5th this season.
That's a big signing, that.
Big signings. I love the players that they've signed. Sesko looks like he's got bundles. Cunha and Mbeumo, I love them too anyway. Love them. Energy to burn.
And there's it's settled, isn't it? So it looks like there's a few problems that are going out the club. So Rashford's a done deal. It sounds like Sancho might be going to Juventus or Besiktas. Then there's the Garnacho carry on. But you think if they get rid of the players they want, they've bought in those three big boys, and then you've got another year down the line of players settling in, your Mazraoui, your De Ligt, your Dorgus and everything else, you think that they're going to be more settled.
Do you know what makes me laugh? Do you remember 6 months ago when Jim Ratcliffe did that Gary Neville interview and was talking about how they've got no money?
Oh no. The new training ground's finished, isn't it? 50 million quid on the training ground.
They've got no money, and then
that don't count though. That don't count on
stadium.
50 mil on the training ground, and they've spent how much money on Sesko, Cunha and Mbeumo? Like, I'm going, hang on a minute.
The infrastructure side doesn't count, I think, on PSR.
But I'll tell you what, Mbeumo, Sesko and Cunha does.
Yeah, they do. have they got any money for anyone?
No,
they haven't, have they?
They haven't sold anybody for anything. They've got a loan fee, I think, for Rashford, but nothing major. I bet you it'd be 5 or 10 mil for Rashford, but they've got his wages off the books at least.
It's three amazing signings.
Really good signings.
I'll put one out there. I think Cunha, being a Wolves fan, I think he has got the ability to get in team of the season. Premier League.
I agree. I do.
Absolute player.
As long as he don't go doing anything silly and ripping glasses off of stewards or getting silly red cards like he did at Wolves, and he did, in fairness, he's going to have to get his act together a little bit. But if he does it properly and professionally this year, he'll be a massive player in the Premier League. So they've got
Arsenal opening game this season. Let's say they have a stuttering start, and after 10 games they're 12th. Is the manager going to come under pressure, or have they proven that they're backing him?
Well, every manager's going to come under pressure, aren't they, with the start of the season and the players that they've brought, because they're setting a standard there, especially with Arsenal, with the players that they've brought. It's like Arteta will come under pressure if he don't get a result. Amron will come under pressure if he don't get a result at the start of the season, even though it is them two against each other. So
everybody,
Spurs, even Thomas Frank now with the players that they've signed, he's going to come under pressure. Yeah, they're all under pressure.
Everybody's under a bit of pressure.
All managers, again, the ones who have been promoted.
Maresca, Chelsea,
everybody in that league now is the spotlight's all on them with what's going to happen and the players they've brought in and the things that they're going to do. It's spotlights on everyone.
I agree a little bit. I also think, though, that he's probably one of the safest jobs in the Premier League at the minute, though. With the signings that he's made, Amorim,
They're not going to have us back anywhere near the season. It's almost...
And that's where I think he might get a little bit longer, Amron, this year now.
Because there's going to be an improvement.
Because them three have got to settle. And Bremo, Sesko and Cunha, them three now have not start straight away with setting the world alight. They will have that breaking period where you go, Amron, now you're building a team that we're excited about and where we can look forward. You've got the young lads involved at Man United. Again, the future's looking great at Man United with the players that are coming through as well. So they've got a rounded squad with Fernandes still the captain and the leader. So I think it's going to be more of an exciting season for Man United to watch this year with them.
If they get off to a good... Right, if they beat Arsenal, they beat Arsenal the first game of the season, right? All of a sudden you're going... United are back. It's as simple as that. United are, and it will be, I promise you, United are back. But what it does is it gets everybody going straight away, right? Whereas if they go and get pumped in that first game, 2-0, 3-0, don't even touch the sides of it, it's, oh my God, this is going to be hard work. This is going to be a miserable season. You know what it'll be like. But again, I just think getting off to a good start, the fact that they have got Arsenal in that first game, if they beat Arsenal first game, it's going to be some season.
It's a big if. Do you reckon that lad on Instagram might get his haircut soon?
He's got 5, isn't it? He's got to do 5. 5
in a row.
5 Man United games in a row.
Was it the last strand or something?
He hasn't cut his hair for God knows years now.
It's nearly a year.
But he says the next time he cuts it is when Man United win 5 games in a row, right?
Cut his afro.
But surely this season United have to win 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
What's he going to do for content after that?
Start again.
Probably just start again, yeah.
What about the Spurs then? Massive blow for Madders, Ben.
Massive blow. Gutted for him. Heartbreaking. I actually sent him a little text the other day because I've done he's done his cruciate ACL. I've done my cruciate 3 times and I just said, basically, mate, gutted for you. You get some awful luck with injuries. ACLs, you'll be back before you know it, and you'll be better and you'll be bigger and stronger. And he will do because he's a fantastic player, and it looked like he was just going to get... This season, I thought, would have been a bit more of a breakthrough. He had a lot of bad luck with injury last season as well. You just need a clear season of getting no injuries, and then you can use that for the rest of your career, can't you? It sets in firmness and hardness into you. But sometimes these injuries are a blessing in disguise as well. It gives you a chance to work on other parts of your game that you don't normally get a chance to work on. So, gutted for him. You're not going to see him back until probably gone Christmas time. But for Spurs, I do like the signing of Kudus. I do. Pellegrini from Bayern Munich as well. Him. Fantastic player. But yeah, it's just not a great start, is it? It just takes the wind out your sails. Madders getting injured before the season started, doesn't it?
I reckon. I don't think Spurs going to have a huge turnaround. I think Thomas Frank's obviously a very good manager, but I wouldn't surprise me if they're in the bottom half again.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me.
I've got 10th in my head.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah. I've got about 10th, 9th, 10th.
They'll do better than what they did last year. They'll definitely do better than what they did last year.
Yeah, they've got to. Yeah.
Luke, what are we saying, Spurs?
8th.
Yeah, I was going to say 8th or 9th.
Yeah,
8th,
yeah, 8th or 9th.
Yeah,
ish. Yeah,
I agree.
And knockout stages of Champions League, that'll do.
Yeah.
Right. Knockout
one thing they have got right, though, one thing they've done better than anybody else this season is their away kit, the black one.
Yeah.
For me, I think that's the best kit so far. Agreed, anybody? Agreed?
Yeah,
beautiful.
And big shout out to Daniel Levy, 20 mil for Sonny.
Oh.
A legend, club legend, but at the stage he's at in his career,
phenomenal.
Getting 20 mil.
Great business.
Did you see the interview that the lady did on the stage? Miles off it, Robbo.
No,
miles off it.
She was like from the council or something.
From the local council or whatever, right? And so she's got on the mic, and obviously she doesn't know much about soccer anyway. And she's gone, listen, no pressure, you guys, but we've got the World Cup here next year.
And
I'm expecting you to help us win it. And everybody's just going, what are you on about? He's South Korean. He doesn't play for America. Jesus.
It was so bad, wasn't it? You see Son?
Yeah, Sonny was just like, oh no, I can't even butt in and go, let me just explain how it works, love.
So who's going to slot into the top 4 then?
We've got the top 4, all right?
We've got the top 3. So are we all agreed Arsenal, Liverpool and City?
I think it's going to be, and then I think it's going to be Chelsea 4th and United 5th. Or United 4th, Chelsea 5th.
I think Chelsea 4th for me. I'm going to go with Chelsea 4th.
United top 4.
Right, so give your... Right, I'm going to go Chelsea 4th. So give your 1st to 4th now.
So it's going to be Arsenal first. Arsenal are going to win the Premier League, lads. Simple as that, okay? And then it's going to be Man City. Then it's going to be Liverpool. Then it's going to be Man United. Then it's going to be Chelsea. Then it's going to be Newcastle. Then it's going to be Villa.
Okay, so that's your
top 7
six.
for you.
Right.
Yeah,
Robbo.
so I'm going top 4. I'm going Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Okay, and I'm going to go City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. But I think the top 3... I've got a sneaky feeling it's going to be an epic one.
Where are Man United going to finish?
5th.
Where are Man United going to finish?
5th.
Between 5th and 7th.
Honestly, it's incredible, isn't it? What a turnaround for them.
Well, they've got to win first, Ben.
Yeah, but what a turnaround for them.
Well,
like, even the perspective, even the fact that we're thinking this.
Well,
now,
I'm excited. I'm excited by that with what I've seen. What they've brought it excites me. And it should excite Man United fans now with what they've had to go through over last year.
I agree, mate.
They now need that lift that the big club needs, and them signings have given them that.
It's
It's a
like,
statement, isn't it?
It's this oil tanker turning, right? It doesn't turn quickly, but over time, and there's been a lot of criticism hammering him, a lot of it's come on this show, hasn't it? But over time, they're doing the right thing. The right players they need to get out are going. The right players that coming in are coming. But it does take a lot of time to change a football club like that.
Get Emi Martinez in and that's it, done. Top 4.
Okay, what are we doing now then? Relegation. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's. I think obviously I don't like it, but it's the favourites to go down are the teams that have just been promoted, obviously, and then you've got your likes of your Wolves and your Evertons and your Brentford and even West Ham down in there. But I think Wolves are probably realistically the only team. I think with Everton signing Jack Grealish, I think Wolves are probably the only other team that could be in the mix to get relegated.
I don't know.
As well.
I would point
Brentford.
I'd point a finger at West Ham. I would point a finger
I just think
at
West Ham probably have the know-how to probably get over the line and get that done. I wouldn't worry about that. Wolves, though, they've been obliterated. Players leaving.
Well, we've lost captain.
Yeah.
And then that left side, Aït-Nouri, Cunha.
Yeah.
He's devastating.
Yeah.
And I went to the friendly at the weekend against Celta Vigo, lost 1-0, and the new signings, I know it's only a friendly, but weren't overly impressive, and we were really
this
poor.
last friendly, Robert,
Really
right?
poor.
How important is this last friendly before the first game of the season? This is the final chance to get yourself game ready.
It's your team, isn't it? Now,
Yeah.
as a manager, it's like this is my team. This is now where I'm going for next week.
Starting
Building my
11.
way up. This is the starting 11 that I'm going for, and yeah, we've got to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
That's the way you look at it now.
It's
It's
your
like all the
chance, isn't it?
preparation
Yeah.
you've done over pre-season. Has it gone well? Hasn't it gone well? You've now that leading into this week now is really important with what you need to get your detail now on the training ground of how you need to get up and running for the start of the season.
Yeah.
It worries me for Wolves. I genuinely worry. They've got the two lads in midfield are absolute dynamite. Agbadou at centre half is some specimen, by the way.
Is he? Yeah.
Absolute player. But outside, it's worrying. So I can't sit here and pick Wolves to go down.
Yeah, but you can also look at it as well as like pre-seasons we've played in. Is like you've had a horrendous pre-season, and then you in the season, then you're off and flying.
Yeah.
You've had a really good pre-season, and you struggle. And again, it's like sometimes pre-season you don't look at it more of like the results. You look at it just more fitness-wise. But that last game when you're leading into the season, that's when you're like, that. Now we're ready to go.
Let's talk about Brentford then.
So there's these two teams, so Brentford, Bournemouth, right? If I was a fan of these two teams, I would be genuinely worried right now, right? Because a lot of your big players, a lot of your star players have gone, yeah? And that's, I don't care what you say, it's impacting it across the board. Brentford, for example, the manager's gone, the goalie, starting goalkeeper, starting strikers. Visser's apparently, Visser hasn't left yet, and apparently he's saying, I ain't training.
Potentially top two goal scorers, captain,
Norgard
goalkeeper.
gone. Like, that's massive.
Manager.
Yeah, when you're taking 4 or 5
They'd be in my bottom
starters,
three.
the best players out of the team, mate, it's really hard to replace that. Then you look at Bournemouth as well. The goalkeeper's gone. Kirkes has gone. Huyson's gone. Zabani, not yet, but apparently he's going to go. Like, big players, mate. You've taken 4 or 5 starters out of the starting lineup from what would have been last season. Mate, you've got to replace them, and that's tough.
People often throw them in with Brighton in terms of how they're running stuff, but it's not it's not proven like Brighton.
No, it's
not.
No,
both teams, they haven't been in the league long enough.
Yeah, I know.
And they haven't had that churning manager. So what Brighton have proved is that when the next manager goes, the next one's ready to come in.
Yeah.
And they're signing their recruitment. The next ones are willing to come in, and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
So Brighton, almost anything can happen, and you've got faith in their hierarchy and their system.
Been all right,
Whereas now you look at like Brentford, Thomas Frank's there 7 years.
Yeah. Well,
But Brighton's core of players, when you look at it, they've got experience, Premier League, leadership, like characters. They always keep that core together with Brighton where you look at it. But like you say, when you look at the Bournemouths and the Brentfords now, their core's been ripped apart.
Yeah, I know.
So that could be their little bit of a downfall now, is where are they now going to get the money as well now to replace them players to come in and be them sort of replacements for them. Whereas I think Leeds at the bottom, I think they might be the only team that's got promoted that might survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of the...
They've got a bit of resource behind them.
Yeah, but they've got the fan base as well. They've got like teams, like players want to go and play at Leeds.
Yeah, they do. They're a historic club.
They're a historic club. They've got well like fans, well-travelled fans, and they get right behind the team. And when you look at the other teams that are in there now, like your Brentford, your Bournemouths, your Wolves, you're looking at one of them. But I would say out of them ones, Brentford for me might go down.
Yeah, we called last year that they might have a difficult season.
Yeah.
They obviously didn't. But you say about resource, Fozzie, Sunderland, I think outside the top 4 or traditional top 6, they're the biggest spenders. They've done up over 150 mil. Sunderland.
I'm just thinking to myself here. Look at like as far as size of club goes, Sunderland, Burnley, and Leeds are big clubs. You know, like big clubs. They're bigger than Bournemouth and Brentford. They are.
Sunderland Leeds.
But even Burnley have been perennial Premier League teams, in fairness to them. Do you know what I mean? Over the last 15 years, they've been in the Premier League an awful lot. Whereas, like, I just think, wow, like, it's getting harder every year.
Yeah,
it really is. It's getting harder every year. And I do hope that it changes, and I do hope that the 3 that come up don't just go straight back down, even if it's 1 or 2 that changes in it. But yeah, it's getting tough.
I mean, Sunderland have thrown the kitchen sink at it, though, haven't they?
Yeah.
So obviously the question mark, if they go down, is that going to have a knock-on effect? Obviously they'll get parachute payments. But what worries me about all of these teams, and I think it's just a sign of the times, is that the lack of Premier League experience. So Adingra and Xhaka's gone into Sunderland. You've got Sean Longstaff that's gone into Leeds. Carl Walker's...
Burnley have signed an awful lot of players as well, but again, unproven.
All European players.
I know.
There's a lot of 10 mil, 20 mil that have all come in from the continent, and it's a risk.
The jeopardy is massive, honestly, for these teams, right? For all 3 of them teams, we're talking Sunderland, Burnley and Leeds, getting promoted is, obviously it's fantastic and the money involved, but then comes that point where you go, right, do we go for this or do we just accept our fate? And I honestly think most of the time it's 50-50. Some teams go, nah, we're just going to chill, right? And we're probably going to get relegated. To fight the fights too hard, why don't we just go down, not absolutely blowing our balls, yeah? Why don't we just chill, right? But then you've got other teams going, nah, sod that, we're going for it. We are absolutely gunning for it. And they're spending 150 million quid, wages out of control.
Last year? Ipswich spent nearly 200 million, didn't they?
Did they?
Well, they were the big spenders last year, weren't they, Ipswich? I'm sure they were. But again, when you look at Ipswich squad, is that they brought Championship the quality players there.
They should.
So now they've gone down.
Now.
They should go back up with the squad that they've got.
Maybe that might be the way to do it.
That's the way teams might look at it.
Where you stockpile players, knowing that you probably will get relegated. However, though, next season we'll be able to bounce straight back with a bit more about us.
Norwich were always good at that, weren't they?
Yeah, every year was just up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I agree with you, though. I think this season could be an absolute banger at the top and at the bottom as well.
All right, then let's talk about. So wait there. Who's going to go? So who's your 3 to go down?
I'm going to go for Wolves. Sorry, Wolves fans.
In that bottom 3,
I'm going to go
Sunderland and Burnley.
I'm going to go for Wolves going down with. I think Sunderland going to be all right. I think Wolves, Burnley, and Leeds are going to go down.
Wolves, Burnley, and Leeds. What about you, Robbo?
I said, Sunderland, Burnley, and Brentford.
Oh, yes.
Wow!
Yeah.
I like that. Big call.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Sunderland, Burnley, and West Ham.
Oh. Yeah, you've got the guns out for West Ham.
West Ham.
You said it a minute ago. You've got the guns out for West Ham.
Last season, I don't know.
I lost Kudus. He was our best player last year as well. Well, he wasn't.
Antonio's gone. He's been around the place for many years.
Yeah. Oh, they just signed Maz Emerson as well.
Callum Wilson's gone in.
Callum Wilson's gone in. If he can stay fit, mate, if he can stay fit, he'll score you some goals, he will.
Score goals.
He'll score an awful lot of goals.
Right. Next up, dark horses.
Come on then.
So who's your dark horse, Ben? What are we quantifying as a dark horse? Overachieving.
Yeah, overachieving, basically.
Like so last season, Forest would have been the dark horse.
Perfect
and
dark horses.
You pulled Palace, which, FA Cup.
Yeah.
You got the tick for that one.
Yeah, I don't think... it's quite difficult because there's a lot of teams who you can't actually call a dark horse. Like, you couldn't call Liverpool. You couldn't call Arsenal a dark horse, yeah? I think Man United will be the dark horse. I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I think Chelsea are probably just too good to be able to call them a dark horse.
Yeah.
Because I think we all probably expect them to do something.
Yeah.
I don't think Spurs are going to be able to overturn it completely, whereas I think... for pure dark horsedness, finishing 16th, and then if Man United go and finish in the top 4 or 5 or 6 this season, dark horse. Happy with that?
I'm going to go
like
Everton. Under Moyes.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm going to go dark horse.
I love a little rogue one
I'm
there.
going to go Everton. Yeah, I like what he does, David Moyes, at every club he's been at.
Yeah.
He finds a way of getting the best out of players. For me, I think they'll be my dark horse this year.
Yeah,
I was going to go with them.
Yeah.
Robbo, I was going to go with Everton, but it's the depth in the squad that really concerns me.
Yeah.
They're so thin in terms of their squad.
Yeah, but he likes tight-knit groups, so he does well with
You've got to have a bit of luck. You've got to have a bit of luck. But yeah, I see that one. I'm going for Palace to kick on again.
Yeah.
So I could, and here's a big caveat though, if they can keep Eze and Guehi, which is a huge if, I could see them pushing top 6.
They're probably not going to keep either of them.
Yeah. And another one that they could lose as well is Adam Wharton. He's a top
Yeah,
player.
I know.
Someone might. Do you know who might? See, my issue as well with Man City is that Rodri's a big loss for them.
Yeah.
So is Adam Wharton maybe now on that list, the radar?
Don't do it.
It's too much money.
Don't do it.
It's too expensive.
Yeah,
It just smells
He's
Jack Rodwell.
No, but he's so good. He is so
very
good.
good. He is.
Like when you watch him, he looks like he could go to the top 4
All
clubs.
right, and here's a question for you, Robbo. Obviously, having the career you've had in coaching and what you know about young players. So, from Adam Wharton's point of view and his parents, family, friends, etc., is now the time for the move, or does he need another season at a Palace before that big move comes?
No, I think he's proved himself. I think he's proved his worth. I think he's taken himself to that next level now where he needs to be stretched a little bit more. I think his development with what we've seen, like you say, at Blackburn to then going to Palace.
The England
team, like obviously going back with the 21s and being too good for the 21s because he's too good for the 21s. When you watch him, it's too easy sometimes. Yeah. And it is for some of the England under 21s lads. You see him there now and you're going, you're past that. Like you don't need to play on that level anymore because you're that good. So for me, someone like Adam Wharton, I think with, like you say, if he can surround himself with top players,
it will develop him
even more.
That surprised me. I actually thought you might say, no, another year of playing every week might be the case. What do you think, Ben?
It comes down to there's 3 parties involved, isn't there? There's the buying team, the selling team, and then him himself and what he wants to do. I think he's got such a good reputation already and such a good price tag already that if somebody was to buy him, it's going to be
how much?
You're talking 100
Yeah,
mil.
and when you watch him against Man City, he dominated the midfield. So for someone like a Pep who loves work, like he would love working with a player like Adam Wharton because he would say, I want you to do this. Adam Wharton go, I'll do that, and I'll do more.
If a club offered 80, 90 mil, they'd sell him. Palace would sell him, right?
Yeah, they would take it. It'd be a big loss for him.
I think you could argue that the value is more. Look at like Caicedo, Enzo, McAllister. Yeah. Look at the kind of money that's been floating around for these midfielders, and you'd surely put Adam Wharton
the thing is,
in there comfortably.
If Man City were the ones who came in for an Adam Wharton, for example, right? By paying that amount of money, it kind of makes them have to play him, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so much money. Rodri, though, is only going to be out for a few months. And once he comes back, it's Ballon d'Or winner there. You can't not play Rodri. Do you know what I mean? I just think there's too many cooks spoiling the broth, to be honest with you. I don't think City need to bother. Just leaving. I would prefer to see him
fans.
in the Prem this year, ripping it up, and then everybody going, right, he could go to Real Madrid here, he could go to Barcelona, or he could go to anyone he wants to be honest.
It's got that feel of it, isn't it? It's got that feel of a British player potentially going and getting that monster European move. So Dark Horse, United,
Everton,
Palace.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Golden Glove, Foz?
Golden Glove, obviously, as usual, goes to one of the big boys, doesn't it? It goes to one of the top 4 teams. It's going to be. There's a couple interesting ones I want to see who's going to be starting first and foremost. Is Ramsdale going to start at Newcastle? I think he probably will. Is Trafford going to start at Man City? I don't think he probably will. So then you're looking at Edison's going to be in goal for City, Alisson for Liverpool, Raya for Arsenal, and Chelsea will be Sanchez, won't it? So I don't know. Liverpool's just started leaking a lot of goals lately.
Well, Sal's last year was joint, was he?
Sal's was joint with Raya, wasn't he? I'm gonna give it to Edison.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to give it to Edison because I think at some point Trafford's going to probably come in and start playing a few games as well, and he's going to try and kind of do this clever rotatey thing. Oh gosh. Golden Glove.
Yeah, Pickford's up there, isn't he? You saying Pickford, Jamie, yeah?
You got a rogue little dark horse,
JJ.
Jordan?
Last season, Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, in fairness, towards the end of the season, though, they just kept clean sheet.
I'm going to go Sanchez.
For Chelsea?
Sanchez.
Yeah. I thought he had an outstanding Club World Cup. I thought he was excellent there. Made some big saves as well, but he's great with his feet, isn't he?
Yeah, he is great with his
He's
feet,
so
yeah.
good.
He is. I'm going to go Raya. Okay, I'm going to go
Sanchez,
Raya.
Chelsea.
Sanchez,
Yeah.
Raya. I'm going to go Raya as well. I think City will win the league, but I think they'll outgun teams but concede.
Yeah.
Whereas Raya, I think he'll...
Yeah, I think Arsenal have got a more solid, stable team, haven't
Yeah.
they, to keep more clean sheets.
Okay, I like it.
All right, love it, lads. And then we've got to go top scorer. And we've got some... Do you know what? We've gone from...
Bit new blood, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got from like no strikers in the Premier League, and there's striker anything anymore, to now finally, well, we have actually got a few strikers, haven't we, to be fair? So we could pick from quite a few. Isaac, Gyökeres, Sesko, Benjamin Sesko there now, Chris Wood and Buemo, Jackson, Visser, Votkins. Visser, Votkins. Yeah. Haaland, Salah.
What about Chris Wood?
Chris Wood? What do you think, Robert?
I'm going to... Haaland. I'm going to go Haaland this year. But what will be interesting with Haaland is how do they play without De Bruyne in the team? Because De Bruyne was his service.
Yeah, he was. When he get that ball whipped in there first time.
He was the main man. It's like you say when you're Gerrard and Torres, that link that you always had, it was that connection. How's he going to be now without... De Bruyne feeding him the ball.
Kevin De Bruyne was the best that I've ever seen anybody do, ever, is when somebody played the ball back to him, is that first time ball into the box.
Straight where he knew where he was.
But everybody knew it was coming. And predictability for a striker is the best thing, I promise you. When they know that ball is getting whipped into there, regardless, they can make that run, right? They can get ready and make that run. When you've got a player who you know is going to try and chop and change and turn and twist and show a bit of what they can do, it annoys strikers. They hate it, right? But when you've got a Kevin De Bruyne who, when that ball's rolling back to him, he is going to munt it into that area there. Big old Erling just goes, thank you very much. I'll have a little bit of this.
So I'm going to go with Haaland. I'll stick with him. Salah's obviously going to be always up there just because of his quality. And Isak, we just don't know, do we? We don't know where he's going to be.
If Isak signs for Liverpool, do you think he scores more goals than Salah?
Yes.
Oof. Good question.
Salah's still taking panos, though. You ain't getting Salah off panos.
No. No chance. Good question.
I don't think Isaac scores more goals than Salah.
He's a goal scorer, isn't he? He's natural.
He is a goal scorer.
He's like Haaland, he's just instinct. He knows where the goal is.
What are you saying then, Ben? So you're going Haaland?
I'll stick with Haaland, yeah. What's Sesko like, though? He's unknown, isn't he? He's unknown.
He's the main man for my dark horses, he is, Benjamin Sesko.
Let me throw mine in while you're thinking. So I think Liverpool, there's going to be more goals spread around the team. It's another few months on for Salah. I can't see 29 again. It's to keep that level. I think, I'm not saying he's past or anything like that. He's absolutely world class, but that's a high bar to hit. I'm gonna throw one in. I'm gonna go Gyökeres.
I like it.
I'm gonna go Gyökeres.
Yeah.
And I think, unfortunately, Arsenal are going to have another great season, but they're not going to win the league.
I'm going to go Haaland. I do. I just think Haaland's got, I'm putting him straight away in my fantasy Premier League team. He's captain for the
What's
first
he going to be, about
100%. And what will he be, 15 mil this year?
Yeah.
It'll be ridiculously expensive, but Mate, it's good though. It's good. We've got some good strikers playing this season. We've got some good strikers this year in the Premier League. Looking forward to it, lads. It all kicks off on Friday night, you know.
Who is it Friday night?
Liverpool, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Bournemouth. And then opening weekend, we got Arsenal United.
Yeah. How good is that? Premier League's back, lads.
Got a sodding wedding.
Missed it, haven't we? You got what?
Got a wedding on Saturday.
Mate, that is the most selfish wedding I have ever heard.
You get your phone out. Can you watch your phone on the table?
Save the date. When is it? First Premier League weekend. Piss off. I ain't saving that.
They're not football people.
Obviously not. Jesus.
No one mind you watching your phone then, will they?
Unbelievable. If you can, somebody get a picture of you with your phone whilst the wedding's going on like that, yeah? I'll give you a tenner.
All right, yeah.
Deal?
Deal.
We got a quiz to come, Jay. Should we do it?
Pre-season friendlies are done.
I know. Is this first one? Really?
First lot, yeah. That's it. We're ready to go.
Proper business?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
business.
Nah, you've been
First
vetoed. Friendly still.
Still friendly.
Still friendly,
It's our
yeah.
final, it's our
Final, okay.
Yeah, but now's the time to fine-tune it, right? It's our
Yeah,
final
okay.
pre-season friendly of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, of the last season. So now's about starting 11, getting your
starting 11.
getting your ducks in order for next week, all right?
All right.
Quiz time.
Question 1. What country does Manchester United's new signing Benjamin Sesko play for?
Slovakia.
Slovenia is the correct answer. Well done, Robbo. You're close, Ben.
I knew there was one of them.
I'm going to turn down my brightness just in case. There was rumours last week you looked at my phone on question 3, by the way.
Not true. Not true whatsoever. You've got one of those privacy glasses.
Not anymore.
Who snitched?
Don't know the comments.
I can't believe they would ever doubt me.
Question 2. Who got the most assists last season for Manchester City in the Premier League? Who got the most assists last season
Bernardo
for
Silva.
Manchester City in the Premier League? It's not Bernardo Silva. 5.
Angus, the
4.
boiler.
No. 3. 2. 1.
Mamish.
No, all back in. Who got the most assists last season for Manchester City in the Premier League?
Oh. I can't remember his name.
5. 4. 3.
Doku.
No. 2.
That's what I was going to say.
1.
Fabian Dauf.
No. No.
Time is up.
Yeah, time's up. The answer is Savinho.
Savinho. They want to sell him.
He got 8 assists last season. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Question 3. Which team has the oldest ground in the Premier League?
Nottingham Forest.
No. Which team has the oldest ground in the Premier League?
Burnley.
No.
Aston Villa.
They are 3rd.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa aren't on there. All back in.
Man United.
No. Man United are 5th.
Leeds.
No. Leeds aren't on
question.
there. Not a terrible question.
It's a guess question.
Just you, Robbo.
Give him a timer, Jay.
No. The answer is Chelsea. 1877. In second,
Fulham, sorry.
St James's Park 1880, Turf Moor 1883, Anfield 1884, and Manchester United 1910. Didn't go that far back for Fulham. Question 4. What French team did Ross Barkley play for in 2022?
Marseille.
Wow. The answer's Nice. Well done, Tom. 1-1-0.
We went there last week. We went past the stadium, didn't we? Nice.
You did, yeah.
Was that
wasn't
last week?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was last week, wasn't it?
Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer this week on the Fozcast. Unbelievable.
He's a legend.
Unbelievable.
He's a legend.
What a bloke.
What a bloke.
He's
Yeah.
such a legend.
Really
Should we
good
put the
man.
clip on the screen?
Yeah, may as well.
Shall we? No.
We can't put a clip on the screen because Luke is working quite hard at this moment in time and he does not need any extra work. All right? Anyway, Thursday, Eric Dyer's on the Fozcast. Thursday?
Yeah, we'll put a
Thursday?
picture.
Yeah. We got a picture, we got a
We'll
picture.
put a picture at
We
least.
got a
Anyway,
picture.
what a guy. What a legend. Who's
Question,
his favourite manager he's ever played for? No, don't answer it.
Unreal.
Unreal.
yeah. Question 5. I have played for, it's a career path question, Chelsea, Swansea City loan, Crystal Palace.
Wayne Routledge.
No.
Darn it.
I have played for Chelsea, Swansea City loan, Crystal Palace.
Mark Gahey.
Mark Gahey is the correct answer. Well done, Tomo. Takes a lead.
Well done.
Swansea.
Question 6. Can you name one of the 2 clubs that Leon Osman went on loan to in his career?
Tranmere.
No, not Tranmere. Can you name one of the 2 clubs that Leon Osman went to on loan in his
Southport.
career?
I
No.
was going to say that. Bury.
No. All back in.
Preston.
No.
Stockport.
No.
Accrington Stanley.
No. You're-
Great guess as well.
The answers are Carlisle United and Derby County. There we go. Hard one for you.
Was a hard one.
That was a good one.
Question 7. Hull signed Andy Robertson and what other Manchester
Harry
United
Maguire.
player back in 2014 on the same day?
Well done.
Harry Maguire.
What window that was for that?
2.5 million for Maguire, 2.8 mil for Robertson.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Scores are
2-1-1.
2-1-1. Question 8. Michael Keane started his youth career at what club?
Man United.
Man United, and that was Ben, making it 2-2-1. Question 9. Who was Fulham's manager when they were promoted back to the Premier League in the 2019-2010?
Marco Silva.
No and no.
Who's it?
Who was Fulham's
read it
manager?
again, he's given that extra
when
time, yeah.
no, we always say it twice.
Yeah, we always say it twice.
Who was Fulham's manager when they were promoted back to the Premier League in the 2019-2020 season?
You were right.
That's Scott Parker, was it?
Scott Parker's the correct answer, taking it to 3-2-1.
Parker.
Scott Parker's the correct answer.
He's good at getting promoted, Scott Parker, by the way.
He is 3 times.
I'm
Great
Yeah.
record.
Yeah,
I'm good at
I jumped the gun so quick there.
Yeah.
yeah. Question 10.
Right there, Rob out of it.
Robbo's technically out of it, yeah. So Ben, you've got to get this right to take it to a tiebreaker.
Come on, Foz.
Who was the Chelsea manager when they won the League Cup and the Premier League double in 2014-15 season?
Ranieri.
No, not Ranieri. I'll say the question again. Who was the Chelsea manager when they won the League Cup and the Premier League double in the 2014-15 season?
Gus Hiddink?
No, you're all back in. Obviously, sorry.
14,
Robbo, you can just end
Ancelotti.
it. No, not Ancelotti.
Bollocks!
Scolari.
No, 2014-15 season.
Yeah, I get the yeah, you keep saying it.
We're just getting the wrong, Jay.
Right, you're out. The answer is Jose Mourinho.
Mourinho.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
It's too obvious.
yeah.
Can we do the tiebreaker?
There's only one man who wins things, Mourinho.
Can we do that question, the tiebreaker?
You wanted the tiebreaker
Yeah.
question, even though it's not a tiebreaker.
Yeah, can we just do it as if it's a tiebreaker?
Okay, so Robbo,
I'm not in
last.
there, yeah.
No, you're in this.
You're in this.
It's good.
So the tiebreaker is that I'll get Ben and Tom to say one team each in the Premier League, and then what you have to do is think of a player who's played for both teams.
Both teams.
We're
He
both
doesn't
saying
answer.
random team as well.
Yeah.
We just have to name a team out of the blue in the Premier League. So we'll say 3, 2, 1, and I'll say Liverpool, and he'll say Chelsea.
Another team,
You
yeah.
got
Daniel Sturridge.
Torres. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And then, yeah.
so me and you were saying it, but we're all in for it.
Yeah. So we say it, but as soon as we've said the two teams, everybody's allowed to say a player.
So you... Oh, we have to say it at the same time, because I could tee it up otherwise.
Yeah,
Well, so
exactly.
last week there's a couple of comments saying that they wanted it on the whiteboard. You write it on the whiteboard, then turn it around, because then whoever doesn't say it technically
Next
has a
time we'll do it on the whiteboard.
We'll do it on the whiteboard.
So you said that last season they wanted it on the thing?
yeah,
Right,
on the
last
whiteboard
week.
for the tiebreakers. Yeah.
Okay.
What, they
that's
said
what
that
we
last week?
Yeah, last
So you
week.
didn't
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't bother getting their whiteboards ready?
I didn't know we were going to do a
Oh, right,
tiebreaker.
okay, yeah.
Well, the whiteboards are down there actually.
Right, yeah, don't worry.
Whiteboards are down
Didn't know
there.
we were doing
Oh, yeah. There's a
Whiteboards are down
possibility
there.
every week that we could be there.
Yeah, but the whiteboards are down there.
Right, anyway.
Whiteboard nib.
I'm fuming. He's won the quiz.
We're doing a tie break, come on.
Right, come on then.
It's you.
Yeah, you got to give us a
I'm
countdown.
going to.
All right.
3,
fully nibbling right now.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Everton.
Villa and Everton.
Fabian Delph.
Fabian Delph is the correct answer. Yeah, he played for Villa and Everton. Yeah, well done, Ben.
I'm the best.
You didn't
know
win
it.
Well done. You didn't win the quiz.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care. I love the fact that you hate that I beat you twice in a row on the tiebreaker now.
Yeah.
Gareth Barry's a good one, yeah.
Gadger Badger.
Yeah.
Ashley Young.
Pick a goalie. We've got to find a goalie. Played for Everton and Villa.
Oh. No. Oh. No. Did he? Sorensen didn't, did he?
I had Sorensen in my head.
Sorensen, did
And
you?
if he had played for
Villa.
Everton.
Did he play for Everton?
Thomas Sorensen was in goal for both Everton and Aston Villa.
Yes. Very good. There has to be another one.
Simonson wasn't, was he?
No, not Villa.
Yeah, you've got one more. He went on loan and then he was permanent at Aston Villa.
Go on.
Recent history? Don't tell us.
He's still playing for Malmo in 2025.
For who?
Malmo. He was backup keeper last season.
Robin Olsen?
Robin Olsen, yeah.
Was he at Everton?
He was at Aston Villa last season.
Yeah.
I think he was second or third choice
Yeah,
to
second
Emmy.
choice last year.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
There we go.
Well done, lads. Brilliant.
There we go. That's the
Enjoyed
quiz.
that, Robbo.
Well done.
Today. Looking
Nice
at
one.
$1 million
Good stuff,
as well, mate.
Like it. Good show.
You liking my retro?
Yes.
Fiorentina,
Like that.
Who got on the back? Batty goal.
Big Gabriel Batistuta. You've never heard of Gabriel
What a
Batistuta
striker.
before, have
Batty
you?
goal.
What a
This is the
striker.
original shirt, you know, from 1990 something. This is.
Sure.
Has he signed it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Got to be really careful. when you
Really
watch it.
breathable material as well, mate.
Just wore a headband in it.
You're
as well,
sweating
like,
big
long
time.
hair.
Yeah.
I'm sweating so much that
It's so
this
hot
could
in
just
here.
catch
By the
on
way,
fire,
it's so
and
hot,
it's
yeah.
that much of a cheap material. This it could just set on fire at any given moment. All right. But anyway, thank you, you lot. All the best.